You ever sit across from someone you've known for years and feel like you're invisible, not ignored, but gone? That's how it started for me, not with fireworks, but with a silence so heavy it settled like dust, and then his eyes, just his eyes, made me feel real again. Welcome to Hidden Love Stories. Today's true story explores the quiet ache of being unseen in one's own life and the dangerous allure of an unexpected gaze. When does the hunger to be noticed blur every line? If you've ever felt this kind of invisible longing, we invite you to subscribe and like. Your support helps us share these raw, human experiences. My name is Eleanor, and I'm 38. For the last 8 years, I've been a wife, a mother, a manager of routines, a keeper of peace. But somewhere along the line, I stopped being me. It's hard to tell when it happened. Maybe the night my husband Richard came home and went straight to the couch without a word, or the week he stopped touching me unless by accident. We used to be close, emotionally. He used to notice if I changed my hair, ask how my day went, and listen. Now he comes in, nods, pours a drink, turns on the news, and disappears. I used to wait up. Now I just turn off the lights and climb into bed alone, even if he's sleeping right next to me. No yelling, no cheating, no big betrayal. Just a slow, quiet unraveling. And then came Liam. He's 20, moved in a few months ago. His college is nearby and we had the extra room. He's family, kind of. Close enough no one questioned it. Distant enough boundaries felt unspoken. He's quiet, keeps to himself, but watches everything. Not judgmental, just observant. He'll be in the corner, and I'll feel his eyes before I see him. Not staring, just present, like he sees things others don't. I'd be wiping the counter and look up to find him watching how I hold the sponge, or feel him noticing the small shake in my hands. He never flinched, never turned away. Maybe that drew me in. Not his words or looks, but his attention. Our house is beautiful, clean, well decorated, the kind people compliment, but it doesn't feel lived in. Feels like a showroom. No warmth, no chaos, no soul, and that's what I became in it. Part of the furniture, polished, positioned, quiet. I don't think anyone noticed how hollow I felt, not even me. Until he started noticing. It wasn't dramatic or dangerous at first. The way he lingered in doorways, remembered things I said, never interrupted but always seemed to listen. Little by little, I started to look for him. When I walked into a room, I noticed if he was in it. When he wasn't, something felt missing. How do you explain a feeling you don't understand? All I knew was, in a house full of quiet, he made me feel like I was still here. It was a Saturday, late afternoon, heat sticking to your skin. Windows open, fans going. My husband was out. Errands, usually meaning wandering the hardware store to get away. I was in the laundry room, air smelling like detergent. Old loose shirt, no bra, hair up, sweat on my neck, not dressed up, not trying, comfortable. Invisible, folding one of Richard's towels, and I felt it. Being watched. I turned. Liam stood in the doorway. No words, no smile, no movement, just looked, not a casual glance. Intentional, still, focused. I should have pulled my shirt tighter, looked away, said something, but I didn't, froze. We just stood there, him in the doorway, me by the basket, towel in hand, eyes met. Neither looked away. Seconds felt like minutes, air thickened. Something unspoken passed between us. Then I blinked. He stepped back. Gone. No words, just footsteps down the hall. That night at dinner, the three of us. Richard half checked out, scrolling his phone. I barely ate. And Liam, the boy, didn't speak much, didn't look at me. Not once, head down, short replies, never met my eyes. And I noticed, because now I was watching him. After dinner, Richard turned on the TV, called for Liam. "Hey, come watch this." But Liam said he was tired, had homework, needed to be alone. I watched him walk upstairs. Not once turning back, not once meeting my gaze, knew then something shifted. Not just in him, in me, could still feel his stare. Worse, I missed it, told myself it was nothing, just a look, strange moment, glitch. But it clung, not how he looked, but how it made me feel. That night, getting ready for bed, caught my reflection. Same body, face, but lingered, tilted my head. Looked closer, wondered, would he look again? Ridiculous. Ashamed, someone half my age, not mine to think about, no business wanting his attention. But shame doesn't stop curiosity. Curiosity creeps in when no one else notices you exist. Richard came home late, smelled like whiskey, exhaustion. No questions about dinner, no sorry. Shoes off, crawled into bed clothed, faced wall. Not even good night. Lay wide awake, staring at ceiling, thinking only of how Liam had looked. Not touched, not spoken, just seen. The next morning, dressed slower. Not for Richard, not even really for Liam, for me. Shorts I hadn't worn, loose in right places, snug in others. Shirt off one shoulder, nothing dramatic, just enough. Walked hallway where he usually sat, didn't look. But felt it, air shifting when eyes follow. Later, made coffee, leaned on counter, said something small, stupid. Guess laundry room's hotter than I thought. He looked up. Eyes held mine a second too long. No smirk, no flirt, just heat. Stillness. Didn't know if I wanted him to touch me, say anything, just wanted to feel awake. Not numb, not gray. Every night, Richard home later, more tired, distant. Some nights, not at all. Office, important work. Stopped asking. Silence, mind wandered. He wanted to watch. Those words echoed. Brushing hair, passing mirrors, bending down. Guilt, a shadow, but also longing. Not for touch, love, to be noticed, someone's pause in a rushing world. To matter, if only for a glance, in secret. Thinking of his eyes, felt warm, alive, scared me. Part of me didn't want it to stop. Another didn't know how to make it. It was a Tuesday evening, long, quiet, nothing on calendar, too much space. Living room dim, TV glow bouncing shadows, watching something don't remember, movie already seen, noise to fill silence. He came in halfway, no words. Didn't ask to join. Just sat. Far enough respectful, close enough to feel, heat from his side of couch. Quiet warmth making you aware of your breathing. No move, no speak, just sat. Didn't tell him leave, should've. Stood up, cleared throat, excuse line. Instead, shifted, slightly cross leg over other. Hem of shorts higher. Told myself nothing, not for him, knew better. Movie played, never looked directly, but felt him watching. Pauses between scenes, way he didn't shift when I leaned closer, sat like that till credits. Stood, said goodnight, walked away. No touch, word out of place. Something in air changed, crossed into something unnamed. Waiting. The story of Eleanor and Liam, a quiet glance that ignited a hidden longing. What happens when the need to be seen becomes a dangerous curiosity? If this tale of unspoken desires resonates, subscribe to Hidden Love Stories and share your thoughts. Next morning, downstairs early, pouring coffee, saw note. Torn paper on counter, one word, his handwriting, beautiful. No explanation, signature, just that. Stood long time holding it, heart thudding, stupid. A word, but hadn't heard that word in years, not at me, not from someone meaning it, tucked in robe pocket. That day, moved through house differently, every room charged, silence full. Richard didn't notice, ask why I smiled quietly. Scrolled phone at dinner, left, no one saw. Bed early. Watched him go, wondering how someone so close feels so far. Later that week, went for towels, guest room, not thinking. Or maybe, open door, no knock, standing by dresser. Shirtless, back first, turned. Slowly, carefully, didn't cover. Didn't grab shirt, just looked, eyes steady. Mouth still. Then, you knew I was in here. Breath caught, didn't flinch, run, explain. He was right, had known, didn't answer. Nothing left to say, started dressing differently, not all at once. Little things, neckline lower, perfume. Lip gloss, confidence, I told myself, for me. Mirror, wasn't looking at reflection, imagining his eyes, paid attention when he was home, might walk past kitchen, sit at table. Made sure I was there, not plan, deliberate, instinct. Something woke inside, sleeping long time. Then that night, storm rolled in fast, thunder, rain on roof like drum beats. Power out, 9. Darkness, no internet, lights, distractions. Richard upstairs, tired, bed, not noticing storm. Stayed downstairs, lit candle, living room. Flame flickering, then footsteps. Didn't turn, knew it was him, stepped in, no word. Candle lit half his face, other half shadows. Didn't sit beside, reach, just stood. Watching. Looked up, met gaze. Silence stretched, thin, might tear. Then he said it. I don't want to touch you, Eleanor. I just want to see what he's stopped seeing. Breath caught, hands trembled. Could have stood, blown out candle, walked away. Upstairs, bed beside man who used to love me, didn't move. No word, because those words hit something deep no one touched in years. So I let him look, not hunger, shame, same stillness, quiet attention since beginning. Sat on couch edge, few feet away, candle flickering. Stayed where I was, back straight, hands in lap, no speak. No move, but everything crossed line, skin burned under his eyes. Not because touched, because didn't, moment saw all of me. Woman erased, wife forgotten, body walked past like furniture. Didn't ask, demand, press, just watched. Like art, worth seeing, believed it. Then, suddenly, power flickered on, pop, hum! Lights, world resumed, turned. Eyes not lust, pity, recognition. He saw me. All and I saw myself. Not wife, mother, woman folding towels, biting tongue, sleeping beside man forgetting goodnight kiss. But woman who once mattered, who still did. Lights on, something inside stayed in dark, still burning, alive. After that night, everything changed, but nothing did. No confessions, touches, words about candlelight, air different, tense. Heavy, fragile, cracked, waiting to shatter. Started avoiding me, wouldn't look, didn't linger. Stopped watching movies, like erased himself, or maybe I erased us. Me. Felt sick, not what happened, but what didn't. How much I wanted, how close I let it. Glance in mirror, betrayal, not husband, myself. Version I thought I was. Richard started noticing, not right things. Things. Quiet lately one night. Okay? Nodded. Forced smile, tired, accepted. Always did, started flinching, laughter down hallway. His laugh, light, sudden, startled. Thought meant for me, never was, barely home anymore. Out, library, friends? Studying, never said where, just out, didn't ask. Silence stretched, wider, louder. House once still, pulsed unspoken. Room echoed absence, I. Back to rhythm, woke, coffee. Towels, smiled, laughed. Dinner, dishes, bed beside man not touched in weeks. Inside, unraveling, bit by bit. One afternoon, cleaning fridge. Door open, photo magnet clipped. 3 of us, Richard middle, me one side. Him other, smiling, happy photo. Family, looking now, lie, picked up. Held longer than should've, walked to drawer, spare batteries, old receipts, slipped photo inside, closed. Softly, stood, hand on handle. Breathing, pretending, knowing. Ask myself same question every night. Cheating? Nothing happened. Not really. No lines crossed you could point to. Name, no kisses, touches, whispered promises. But something did. Can't explain, can't undo. Worse because nothing happened? Or because everything did without single touch? Run that night over, loop can't break. His voice, candlelight, way he looked like still in here, under dust, silence, years. Wonder, betrayal if made me feel seen, still wrong. If all I wanted was matter again, being invisible changes you. Hollows out places didn't know could go empty. He walked in exact moment, I forgot what it felt like, looked at like meant something. Beautiful without trying, alive, so ask, worse to be wrong. Or feel nothing? House quiet, not same. Not peaceful, haunted, what wasn't said. Almost happened, still might. Motions. Smiling, cooking, answering questions. Inside shadow, half present, gone. Some mornings catch myself hoping he'll look again. Not touch, speak, just look. Eyes find me, remind I haven't disappeared. Hate that. Hate I missed something never should have wanted. For glance like oxygen, try shake, remind who I am. Promised, built, night falls, world still. Voice comes back, whispers he saw you. Moment, small, shameful, wish he would again. Have you ever almost done something, not to hurt, not because you stopped loving, but just to feel again? Feel something other than forgotten, invisible. Lingered too long in someone's gaze, not to be desired, but noticed. Ever let someone watch, just to remember being seen, not touched, claimed? Just seen, because sometimes loneliest place is next to someone who stopped looking years ago. What is the line between being seen and betraying a trust, even if only in the heart? Share your truth in the comments. Your story, your perspective matters here at Hidden Love Stories. If this narrative resonated, subscribe, like, and hit the bell. Some affairs don't bloom in bedrooms. They bloom in glances, silences, pauses. He never touched me. Not once, but part of me still aches where he looked, because places inside a woman can be undone by nothing more than being seen. Worst part? Not just his fault. Let it happen. Welcomed, wanted, feel real. Alive, visible, now can't unsee what I've become. He wanted to watch, and I wish the same.